So today I want to introduce to you the concept of stakeholder. And the main question today is, which stakeholder do we create value for? We are coming from the backdrop where we have just introduced strategic management. We've formulated the strategy. Now we are moving into how to manage the strategy. This is through execution, but in today's session we are going to focus on how to deal with the stakeholders. In stakeholder analysis, there have been so many frameworks that informs even corporate governance. There are two main important frameworks. There's what you call agency model. Agency model simply means that shareholders hires management so that the management can run the company in their own interest. And how would you ensure that management runs the organization in the interest of shareholders? So this has been the biggest challenge in history in management, because some people have said, let me give them bonus. But if you give them bonus, people can inflate the books and then earn bonus. If you tell them you're going to give them shares, they can again inflate the books so that they can be able to use the bonus they get from the shares, sell the shares and make the company go bankrupt. So one way is that you believe that the management won't work in the interest of the shareholders. So there is another theory which is called stewardship theory, where you believe that management will always work in the self-interest of the shareholders, and therefore you don't have to bother very much with the aspect of trying to give them bonuses, giving them shares, trying to give them incentives that they can work in your self-interest. So having said that, the most important thing that you need to know today is, people say reckless statements that customer is king, customer comes first, but some people have also come with theories that these things that the customer is always right can also be wrong. But the main thing is, do you have a framework upon which you can be able to analyze who is the main stakeholder? How will you deal with every stakeholder depending on the interests that they have? And today's model becomes very important when we finish the unit, the discussions today, where we shall give you a framework on how you need to know which stakeholder has power, which stakeholder has legitimacy, which stakeholder has agency. And if you draw this in a Venn diagram, you'll find that there is a point of convergence whereby there is a stakeholder that has power, agency and legitimacy. That stakeholder is so important that should actually define how you do business. We call that stakeholder definitive stakeholder. Sometimes this stakeholder can be KRA. Sometimes this stakeholder can be a customer. Sometimes this stakeholder can be employees. So it depends on the phase of organization where you are going. These teams continue moving and shifting. And in that regard, when you are managing a strategy, you have to know at what point do I deal with definitive stakeholder and how do I engage them. Definitive stakeholder for sure must participate in all decisions you make. Some stakeholders you just need to inform them, and some of them you just need to consult them, while others you ignore them. So your main work is to ensure how can you manage each stakeholder as it continues moving, so that you can ensure that you don't get hurt by their behavior as they affect the company in terms of bottom line, in terms of brand visibility and the rest.